What is Bloom? Bloom is a software program. What does Bloom do? It can incorporate sign language as well as written language into a book. Bloom has a library. It consists of a vast number of books that other countries could choose from in order to translate them into their own language. It is possible for a person with no previous computer skills to learn Bloom software. Once they start learning and practicing, it will take a short time to learn. It is great working on Bloom with 4 countries: Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, and Colombia. How does the team approve the work? We divide the topics. Each country is responsible for one. Each one records the signing, but that is not all. Each country has to check with their own deaf community. The deaf community reviews the signs and makes suggestions on what to change. Then they go back and record the signs again. Each country does the same. They come back to the meeting. We as a team review the facial expressions and background. We suggest the necessary changes. They go back and do the final formal recording. The signing has to be well done. The video is added to the pages of the book. It is shown at the next meeting. The team watches it again, and if we are all in agreement, the video book can be uploaded to the library. Where does the information that goes into Bloom books come from? The deaf in the cohort divide the different topics among its members. Each country goes and searches for information. They have some options, such as the internet, books, or asking people knowledgeable about that subject. We mostly use the internet. On the internet, we search through a lot of information until we find it. The information has to be accurate and from a reliable source. We collect the information, and after analyzing it, we either summarize it or take and use what is needed. Then we put it in Bloom and show it to the team. They look at the information and make the necessary adjustments until it's finalized. Then we proceed to record the videos. After we have filmed the person signing, a hearing person translates the signs into written Spanish, making sure it is an accurate translation. Another way of doing it is when a deaf person, like me, writes the general idea in Spanish and gives it to a hearing person. That person makes some changes to the text, making sure the proper grammar is being used. I add those corrections into the software. It looks good. The Spanish text is also changed due to differences. Do all countries use Spanish? Yes, but some words are different. For example, Guatemala and El Salvador use some different words. If we translate a book from Colombia, the Spanish will not be the same across the countries. There are some minor Spanish variations that I have to change according to my country, Guatemala. El Salvador also changes it. Each one changes some words because they're different. When we translate the Bloom video books, the local team reads the book and translates it. We film the person signing. Then we show the video to the cohort of countries working together. We show them a draft version. The team looks at it, checks the signing, makes corrections, and discusses it among themselves. Once it is approved, it is given back to us. We proceed to make a formal recording. After the translation is complete, we edit the videos. Once everything looks fine, we show it again to the cohort. They look at it, and once it is approved, it can be distributed. I can select a book from another country to download. The book has a written language, Spanish, but the video cannot stay the same. Each country has its own sign language. I only keep the written language. I replace the video in the book with a video from my own country. I film myself signing. Then I add the videos to the software to each page of the book. It is really easy. We have a common written language, but each country's videos are different. Each country downloads a book, translates it, and films it in their own sign language. Our work involves paying attention to the signing and the written Spanish. We talk among ourselves until we have a clear vision on how to draw the illustrations. Once we make the necessary adjustments and feel it is ready, we show it to the cohort. They review it and suggest corrections until it is good. For example, Colombia has its own culture, and so does each country. We illustrated the sign for COVID-19 with a movement to the left, while others had it moved to the right. There are different cultures in the Bloom project. Through Bloom, countries can share their material. Links can be distributed through WhatsApp, Facebook, or given to friends. When people look at the books, they are amazed. They are captivated by the stories, the explanations, and they learn important things about life. They are very impressed. We're continuing to distribute the books to more and more people.